What's the deal, y'all? This is Isaiah Fowler, founder of SWAV Eyewear and SWAV Agency. And we got another episode of the podcast today, man. I hope everybody is rocking with the podcast. You like what you're hearing and all that good stuff. And today I wanted to talk about some influencer marketing, right? I wanted to really shed light on the truths of it, and also I wanted to just give you guys really a different perspective on influencer marketing, because we hear about these things, but we really want to understand the nuances of it all, right? I was talking to somebody not too long ago, and she said that people are missing the nuances of things. And that's what makes me good at what I do, because I will give you the middle things, right? A lot of people will hear, this, but they don't talk about what's in the middle, and that's what makes things work. And so I am here to give you guys the things in the middle that aren't talked about, and that will bring everything together, right? So that's what we're talking about today. What they don't tell you about influencer marketing, or what I don't like about influencer marketing and things like that, right? And so you already know I'm about building real businesses out here. I'm not for the hustles and the quick come ups. I'm about building real businesses. And because of that, I want to talk about influencer marketing, because this is a really big thing. Because we'll hear about it like, oh, this brand scaled with influencer marketing. And that's okay, but we want to really understand the crooks and the crevices, and really, understand deeper than just the surface of what we're being told, right? So with that being said, I guess where I want to start is, number one, influencer marketing is nothing more than someone who has a followership who promotes your product. That's it. It's not this elaborate thing and this thing that you should idolize and you should look up in the sky, right? It's simple. Somebody who has a following and they are promoting your product. Now, if they get paid or if they don't get paid, or if they get paid through product sales, that is all about, how you and the influencer or the person promoting the product, whatever y'all agree upon. But that's all it is. Now, if you're like, yo, I want to use influencer marketing, I want to start incorporating influencer marketing into my brand and my growth strategy, I would really, number one, ask you, where is your brand at? Because the thing about it is, no real influencer wants to promote a product that people aren't really fucking with, unless they really, really, really love the story and the message. And that's why the message and the story is always important, and I harp on that. Because can people get behind this? Do people really, really, really fuck with what you got, to the point where they're like, yo, I'm gonna put my face next to this and it isn't already popular? Because whether we like it or not, we're in a time and day where people just they're all about the numbers, the followers, is this gonna benefit me, et cetera, et cetera. So if you have 100 followers, 200 followers on Instagram, and you just starting your business, influencer marketing may not be the thing, for you right now, depending on how you want to go about it. And also, I'm gonna give you all some real perspective a little bit in a minute, but I'm really about building the business, right? Build the business. Because here's what happens. If you are focusing on influencer marketing, here's what happens that most people don't talk about. Because I tried this in the beginning, and it didn't work for my business because of my supply chain. Depending on your product, if you have a very cheap product to get made and stuff like that, and you can get it easy, then influencer marketing is cool for you. But if you have a product that it may take a while to get made, or to get, you have it manufactured overseas and it may take 2 to 3 months to get to you, that may be some what could I say? That could be a hindrance to your actual influencer marketing strategy. Reason being, because what they don't tell you is you have to give away a lot of inventory in order for influencer marketing to really, really, really be worth something. Because reach on social media doesn't go as far as it did before. I remember back in 2016, 2017, influencer marketing was you could send a product to somebody, they would post, they would do it for free, just for free product, and you would get some sales, right? That's it. It was very simple and it was very inexpensive. But now influencer marketing is becoming an industry in and of itself. There's influencer marketing agencies because they see how much people are making, or they see how much people aren't making, and they see how much money they can make by providing a service to an influencer, right? So you really want to start thinking about things from this perspective. Number one, how much inventory do I have to give away? How much am I willing to lose? Because you may have to give away 100 units of whatever you have in order for it to hit the right person. And then the right person could make it go up. But that's not a sustainable thing. You're really betting on if this happens. But if you build your business methodically, then you're creating more of a level of certainty within your business, because you know that you built your customer base, right? Another thing I don't like about influencer marketing is, are these people that found out about your product, are they going to buy your product again and again, right? If your brand is not ready for that, then they're not going to buy your product again and again, right? You could really shoot yourself in the foot if you are trying to get all these people to wear your stuff or use your product and you don't have your back end in order. You don't have your brand established to the point where you have something fostering return customers. You know your product. You know your life cycle of your product and these things, right? So rather than just thinking, oh, I'm going to get some celebrity to wear my stuff and that's it, that's cool, but we really got to start thinking about this. And another thing is, when an influencer or a celebrity, somebody who has a lot of following, when they wear your product or use your product and they shout you out, you got to think about it. Are they shouting you out on Instagram? Are they shouting you out on YouTube? Where are they shouting you out at? Here's why this matters. If they're shouting you out on Instagram, you got to understand that a post on Instagram, the life cycle of it is not that long, right? If it's a reel, it may last maybe 7 days, right? Maybe, unless it just goes super viral. But if you have a product and you get somebody on YouTube to shout you out, right, and actually do a product review, then that video will be on YouTube a year from now. So you want to know, where do I even want my products to be going? And if it's somebody that has a solid following, they're most likely going to charge you, straight up. So to do influencer marketing the way that I envision it, and a legit way, is it's going to cost you some money. Because 2021, 2022, we going into 2022, is not the same as what it used to be. Things used to be super cheap 3-4 years ago. But now all these people who have followings are trying to monetize the followings. And they got to eat. So they yo, I'm about to charge you, 2 racks, 5 racks, 15 racks, depending on what they following is, for this, right? And a lot of times you don't even know if that's going to really convert. That's another thing. Even if it's a micro influencer, right? These micro influencers with 10,000 followers, 15,000 followers, whatever, they probably gonna say, I just want a flat fee. Because at the end of the day, they just want the money. They don't really care about your brand, right? They hire somebody and they trying to have somebody reach out so they could just do brand partnerships, make a little bit of money. That's cool to them. Nobody's gonna promote your product like you gonna promote your product. Nobody knows your product like you know your product. So before you start thinking about, hey, I want, to do influencer marketing, you got to ask yourself, am I even all in on my own product? Am I all in on my own business? Do I talk about my company? Because you are your first influencer. I don't care how many followers you got. I don't care what your social media presence is. You are your own influencer, number one, first and foremost. And the next thing, the next set of influencers is, if you have a product that people wear, you get a photo shoot done and those models are now your influencers. So if you have a product that people have to wear, then yeah, you want to get people to wear your product so that other people who are potential customers can see what the product looks like on other people. But at the end of the day, by you automatically thinking that if I get somebody to shout me out, I'm going to go up to the top. It don't happen like that. It don't happen like that. And if it does, it's going to shoot up, your revenue's going to go up, and then it's going to drop. Because that's not sustainable. So now what happens is you get in this cycle of always chasing to have somebody else wearing your shit. And that's it. So do you want to be chasing the next thing? Do you want to be always in this energy of chasing? Oh, I got to find this person to wear my product. I got to find this person to wear my product. I got to find this person to wear my product. Is that what you really want? Or do you want to say, yo, I have a dope company, I have a dope product, and I'm going to build this product. And then what's going to happen is, as you continue to grow, you're going to get people reaching out to you to do collabs with you. And also, I would look at influencer marketing now. It's evolved. The new way to do influencer marketing now is through collaborations and partnerships. Whether it be, let's say you're working with an influencer and you have, let's just say it's an apparel company. You come out with, a hoodie specific to them. Like y'all design it together and then y'all do it that way. Like that's the new influencer marketing. And I feel like that's how it sticks longer than just 7 days or 3 days of, increased sales. I get as a business, you want to make money, but at the end of the day, like we building brands out here. We building long-term brands. That's the goal for me, at least. And you also want to understand, like, this influencer, like what do they stand for? Are they even in true alignment with your brand? But if you don't have a brand, then of course you don't care, right? But what's the real brand? What's the real reason why? Do I just want to make money off of them or not? Do I want to have a long-term partnership with them? Because honestly, if you could get one solid influencer and work with them for 6 months to a year, that's more powerful and that's more sustainable than trying to find 2, 3, 4 people, right, to just wear your product and get them to help you make a couple dollars. And you also want to know, how engaged is the influencer that you're working with? How engaged is their list? And their list may be engaged, but they just may not respond to your product. Or they may not promote your product or explain your product how you wanted them to do it. So I feel like influencer marketing works best when people have been paying attention to you and your brand, and then they reach out. Because now they're invested into you because they've consumed something or even bought your stuff and was like, yo, I really rock with this. But you don't want influencers and people who are promoting your product to come off as if it's like super like drawn out, because that's not real. That's not authentic, right? That's how I look at it. I don't want somebody to just promote my product just because I gave them $1,000. Like, I want authenticity. I want everything about the brand to come off authentic rather than just making some money, because what happens is you start to inflate your value, right? It's like you have an inflated company. And at some point, anything that keeps getting inflated, it's going to pop. And not in a good way, in a bad way. It's going to deflate, right? As within, so without. As above, so below. It's the same thing. If it keeps inflating, it's going to deflate. So you want to ask yourself, what's my real stance on why I even want to do influencer marketing? I'm the type to tell you, don't even worry about influencer marketing until you could put your own self on. Unless it's a partnership that's mutually beneficial and it's authentic. It got to be authentic. If it's not authentic, it's fake. And people can feel the energy of if something is real or fake. So what do you want to do? How do you want to do this? How do you want your brand to be perceived? And that's the biggest thing. How is the brand perceived? Right? You could have a celebrity wearing your stuff, but if it's not even perceived as right, then or real or authentic, then what's the point? Just to make some money? We building brands out here. And you got to understand branding is more about a feeling. That's why you can't quantify it. It's about a feeling rather than it is about just the numbers. Sometimes in business, you got to do what don't bring you an immediate dollar amount to build something for the long term. And that's my stance on it. That's why I focus on strategy and branding. Marketing is easy, right? We could all go learn some marketing strategies or go do the latest trendy marketing strategy. But what brand are we really building long term? Do we have people really invested into what we got? Right? It's real. So these are things that I want you to think about when it comes to influencer marketing. That's the episode today, man. Episode 52. And yeah, if you like this, drop something in the comments on YouTube, or if you're rocking with this on a podcast, then definitely reach out to us and let us know, or just come to the YouTube at startswithavision.com. But be sure to subscribe. Every Monday and Wednesday, we got a dope episode coming to you with the Starts with a Vision podcast. So always remember, everything you do in life starts with a vision. And, this is something to think about in regards to influencer marketing. So I appreciate y'all time. I'm going to holla at y'all later. Peace.